We are creating thousands of jobs, you I don't ever want to see it again. Ever. And if you don't do it, you're fired. And I see you do it again, you're gone.
Boom, ba-doo, boo, 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 ba-doo, boo, boo. Seems excessive, right? Honestly, it's not even surprising. Like, I'm not even mad at Tom Cruise at this point. I mean, I am him, but what gets me even more mad is all these people on the internet who think he's like a genius or like he's like a disappointed dad who you need to respect. Like, I was combing through Reddit and I found this comment. I hated on this guy for years because of his cult, and that's bad on me. First of all, is it? I want to make this perfectly clear. If the only thing you know about a person is that they are in a cult, that's enough. Like, he's a bad person. Here's the next line of the comment. The guy puts out nothing but good vibes. First of all, I don't know how you call 2 Jack Reacher movies good vibes. You know who has good vibes? Katie Holmes. And Tom Cruise didn't put her out for the entire 6 years of their marriage. This is a man who was told he couldn't jump out of an airplane, and he responded by taking his franchise and going home. He literally bought Mission Impossible because his boss said he couldn't kill himself on screen. For real, he did that. After Mission Impossible 3, he bought the whole franchise. Honestly, hot take, Mission Impossible 3 might have been the best one. Philip Seymour Hoffman for the win. You can tell I really respect Philip Seymour Hoffman because that's the look I'm going for here, just with my face and, neck. But he bought the entire franchise. That's the millionaire equivalent of taking your ball and going home when the other kids in the yard don't want you to play quarterback for the 10th time in a row. But you know who does put out good vibes? This guy.
Hi, I'm Tom Cruise, inventor and founder of Hoveround. When we say you're free to see the world, we mean it.
Where would you go next if you had a Hoveround power chair? The Statue of Liberty? The Grand Canyon? It's all possible with a Hoveround.
There's just so many comments online that essentially boil down to, hey, this guy may be a high-ranking member of a sex trafficking cult, but I sure do like the way he yells at poor people. What a good dude. Good vibes, bro.
It's all possible with a Hoveround.
If you really want to help people during COVID, delay production until the vaccine comes out. And if you want to talk about saving people's jobs, pay your employees benefits until they get back to work. Like, you can afford it. You're Tom Cruise. And if you can't, why don't you ask your church to help you out? What a good move for Scientology that would be. Could you imagine if Scientology started paying people to stay home during COVID when our actual government won't? I might join Scientology if they did that. Try giving people money for a change if you want them to join your stupid cult. Like, what a good move that would be. Be like, hey, look, we care about you. Here, have the bare minimum amount of money to exist on. Now join our team and we'll take you to space. But I'm not here to talk about Amazon. I heard that Tom Cruise was the main reason that the Mummy movie sucked because he wanted to make the whole movie all about him instead of the mummy. But that's the thing, guys. Tom Cruise is the mummy. He's been bathing in formaldehyde for years. How do you think he looks so good? I mean, I don't blame him. I would do it too, but all I can afford to bathe in is whiskey and Cool Ranch Doritos. Seriously, like, the dude is a mummy. I'm pretty sure 20 years ago, David Miscavige pulled his brain out with a hook through his nose. Tom Cruise is 58 years old, and he's gonna try to convince us that he's an active duty fighter pilot in the new Top Gun. That's like me throwing on a backwards hat to try to convince you all that I'm not 30. I'm 30.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
You want to talk about creating jobs? Why don't you hire like 9 stuntmen to do your job for you, you maniac? You know superheroes aren't real, right? You don't have to jump out of a plane. And I know people talk about separating the art from the artist, and like, I'm not saying you shouldn't like Mission Impossible movies. You can like them. They're pretty good, honestly. They're very entertaining, and you can still enjoy them. But this guy yelling at his employees isn't art.
And if you don't do it, you're fired. And I see you do it again, you're gone. Don't you ever do it again.
Honestly, and the only reason his employees are putting up with it is because they work in the most exclusive industry in the world. Walk down to your favorite bar or restaurant. If you hear the boss yelling at his employees like that, then watch all of his employees walk out the door. Every 12 hours in America, a bartender quits his job. If my boss talked to me that way, I'd be out the door. And I know that I would have a job waiting for me in a week, because every day in America, 10 bartenders quit their jobs. Like, there's work out there for people in my industry. I'm unemployed.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
But it doesn't work when you work in Hollywood, and if you don't let the boss abuse you, you'll never work in that town again. So what are you going to do? Now, I know it sounds like I'm on Hollywood, but I just want to remind everybody, especially you, Tom Cruise, and Paramount, if you're watching, I do have several screenplays that I would like you to buy.
You can tell it to the people that are losing their homes because our industry is shut down. It's not going to put food on their table or pay for their college education. That's what I sleep with every night.
That's what I sleep with every night. That, a giant pile of money, the GPS coordinates of Shelley Miscavige's body, which I wear in a locket around my neck. Oh, and women. I definitely sleep with women. Boom ba doop boop boo 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 ba doop boop boo.